All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Friday. Wow, what a week it's been, huh? What a crazy week this has been. But let's celebrate the Friday. Thank Doge, it's Friday, everybody. Welcome. We can all breathe a little easier, right? At least for now. Breathe a little easier, right? All right, what do we got? We got Doge over 23 cents. That's right. We never really hit 22. We have a little triple bottom here, about 22.1. Never really hit 22 cents. And now back up over 23. So that is where we start. We have Bitcoin. It did touch over 110, but has just posted a red candle back down into the 109s. And we have ETH over $4,000. And because ETH is up 4%, and Bitcoin only 0.5%. If we zoom out, you guys probably know where I'm going with this. You zoom out and you're like, well, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Whoa, wait, Bitcoin dominance. Turning back around. Some of you guys yesterday were like, oh, Lord Cowan is right. Lord Cowan is right. All bow to Lord Cowan. He's right. And I'm like, not so fast. No, wait. Not so fast. Let's see how this plays out. And guess what? Bitcoin dominance dropped today. So let's let it play out before we start anointing somebody the Lord, right? Let's let it play out. See you, Dada dear. Nice of you to stop in. Play the song again. We'll do the concert version in a little bit, okay? We'll do the concert version. To the moon. To the moon. Hi, Ryan. How are you? How are you? Merchik is here. And Dada Dear saying hi to everyone. Awesome. Awesome. I live in the future where Doge is the dollar. Yeah. I asked for a Green Friday. You answered me. Yay. Hi, Nazmal. How are you? What's up, everybody? All Cowan ever says that, can it do this? Can it do that? I mean, he does a little more than that. He does a little more than that. But he's a slave to his charts, right? He's a slave to his moving averages, the support bands, like all that stuff. And I'm like, the news will overtake it every time. But hey, we're not done yet. So we are not done yet. Hey, Doge Day today. Maramello. Yes, I said in my video this morning, I may be starting a little earlier on a Friday. And so I am. Hey, what's up? What's up, Jason? Friday. Bye. And this morning's video is all about, right, entry points, right, to buy. And so far, 22 cents is holding very well. That's where this white line is right here. It's a higher low still. As we've been bouncing up over the past few months, it's a higher low, and we held it, 22 cents. So now up 23, we're going to see if we can get back up. Well, we are up, see if we hold this upward sloping support line, because we broke below it here the past few days. And then I want to get back to penny by penny by penny, going back up. So that's where we start. We'll look at some other coins in a little bit. We will take a look at them. But first, I invite everyone to get a drink. Have a nice drink on a Friday. It can be water. This is not water. I'm saying, you need to keep your throat wet, right? So have a drink. That's good. That is good. All right, what do we have? Let's take a look. Bitcoin, bull market not over yet. Look, this is where we are in the cycle, this black line here for Bitcoin. And I know you might say, well, why isn't it going up as much as it did previous cycles? And I've been talking about the bigger market cap, diminishing returns, right? That we're not going to see the same percentage gains cycle after cycle after cycle. And that's why I made the curve on my big overall Bitcoin chart. In the big picture, the percent returns are not going to be as big. So, and this shows it right here, 2017 in the green, 2021 in the blue, and in the black here is right now 2025. And if you start from the point of the bottom of the bear market and you project out, this is where we are. We had a big pullback September 2021. We had a little pullback September into October 2017. And now we're having a pullback now, right? September 2025. So if history repeats anything close to what it did before, we still have a move that could be big, a move that could be kind of big, or at least slightly big, but it's a move up. It's a move up if we follow the 4-year cycles, which I continue to talk about again and again and again. So for all of those who are saying cycle's over, Doge is dead, like all that stuff, I'm like, sorry, it just, I said, you got to at least wait until the middle of October before claiming anything like that. You have to at least wait until the middle of October before claiming anything like that. Ethereum. So that's Bitcoin. Now we talk ETH. And what do we see before? We see ETH bottoming out against Bitcoin. What happens? It starts to take off. It comes back and retests this band. And this is, I mean, they didn't even say what this band is. But here we go. We haven't topped yet. We haven't topped on ETH versus Bitcoin after a bullish crossover on the MACD, ETH versus Bitcoin, which is that's alt season, right? Still to come. And that is what makes the Bitcoin dominance go down, is primarily ETH and how ETH moves, because ETH is so big. So is ETH's history going to repeat? The ETH price action looks just like we've seen before. We see a big drop, a smaller drop, and then a real big drop before ETH moves higher. And that's what we just had. ETH goes up, has a drop, recovers back up and actually hit a new all-time high. Then has kind of a projected drop, and then this is the flush out, right? It's the flush out of all that leverage. And we did that back in June as well. Same thing happened back here with ETH, and it did it again. So what's the next move? Comes back up, goes a little sideways, and then boom. I'm still bullish on all of this, but not this guy. Ethereum lost 4,000 support. Now it's exposed to a move toward 3,500. And I'm like, have you seen the ETH chart? We moved up, not down. Ali is wrong again. Ali is wrong again. Just one of those things. But altcoins, I'm expecting a sharp rally in altcoins during the first week of October. Just be patient, stay calm, because this is what's coming. It's going to be a big move, a little pullback, and then the bigger move. That is what is coming for that blow off top. Blow off top. I know, Con, you are negative. I am not. And you know that I have been not so negative. Now, I was a bear earlier the week, yes. And we did have the drop. And now, despite some looming bad news for next week, recoveries are good. What's happening with Doge? The only news today was Thumbs Up Media Corp, right? Thumbs Up. This is the company that is one of the co-supporters is Donald Trump Jr. He's into Thumbs Up. Thumbs Up has a Bitcoin treasury and a Dogecoin treasury. And they're about to buy Doge Hash, taking over Doge Hash with all their Dogecoin miners, of which they're committing to add another 1,000 mining rigs to mine Dogecoin, because that is the future, mining Dogecoin, not Bitcoin. Dogecoin. So they're going to do these $10 million worth of share buybacks. And what is that? That's a company basically reducing shares of their stock out in the market, which helps increase earnings per share for the investors, shows strength in their own company when they do that. Now, some people are saying this means they're going to buy Dogecoin, and that's not what it means. So there's some FUD out there. Oh, this means they're going to buy Doge. No, it doesn't mean it's going to buy Dogecoin. It means that they're buying back their open shares, reduce the number of shares on the market, which shows a strength in a company. So that's what's happened. Just clearing the way. And then we've got Leia. You know, I like Leia. You know, she does a good job, but sometimes she doesn't always get things right. If you made it through FTX, Celsius, Terra Luna, Gary Gensler, meme coin season, that's a good thing. Trump, Meta, don't know what that means. We got the Israel-Iran, we got the tariff wars, right? This was this year. It was all the fear of tariffs. You're going to make it through Rectember. Now, she's calling it Rectember. And I'm like, really? Rectember. Exactly, Con. You've got it. Exactly. That's it right there. That's why the guys follow her, right? Is exactly for that reason. So she says, you're going to make it through Rectember. And I'm like, but wait a sec. If I look at the monthly return for Bitcoin in September, we're in the green. That's not Rectember. September's in the green. And on top of that, September's even more in the green for Dogecoin. That's right, Dogecoin. Let's take a look, because this is what I do, is I fact check and I make sure people aren't lying, right? Oh, Leia, 8%. We're up 8% now. 8% for September. That's not Rectember, my friends. Yes, we were up a little bit more a week ago. I get it, right? But that's crypto, up and down, up and down. But the overall chart, when you zoom out, is still up. It's still up. Look at Dogecoin. Look at the 4-hour chart. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. From June, up, up, up. It's still up. There's no Rectember. We started so-called Rectember way down here. We're still higher by 8% now than where we were at the beginning of the month. Yeah, we had this nice move up to 30 cents and we came back down to 23. little into the 22s, but it's still higher. That's how Dogecoin trades, up and down and up and down and up and down. And if you can't weather the storm, then you can just get out, because I don't want to hear it. And Leia, despite her good looks, it's still all about the views and the clicks and the, she's selling herself, kind of, So, and Stokes says, a crash for ants. Anyone who can't hold through this is not going to make it. I know, it sounds cool, doesn't it, DB? Exactly. It sounds cool and interesting and And then she usually follows up with another tweet where she talks about joining her group and making money for her group and all that. And I'm just like, okay, well, good luck. Good luck to Leia. But yeah, she is cute. She is cute. I'll give her that. Oh. I have an EW count taking us higher after this wave 2 correction. Are we done with the wave 2 correction? Because, all these wave things, it's just up and down, right? And that's just what crypto does. You call it a wave if you want. Elliott wave this, Elliott wave this. Give it an M, give it a W, whatever it is. It just keeps going. But Mr. Elliott, whoever he is, his name stuck to it. But in the end, it's really just up and down trading. Not going to make it. Dogecoin falls 17%. Can whales save the Doge bull run? Whales? A small recovery today. Right, penny at a time, Sebastian. Penny at a time. Let's see if we hold 23, and then we'll continue on our merry way up higher, is what we will do. And then we got this thing. Next week. The odds of a U.S. government shutdown have reached an all-time high on Polymarket, now at 82%. Now, Kriss was talking about a government shutdown when it was down here at like 40%. And I was like, guys, this is coming. Look for this end of September, beginning of October. And now everybody else is jumping on board. Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen. Looks like it's going to happen. So that's next week. We'll be talking about it just like everybody else is going to be talking about it. But you guys know Kriss was first. Kriss was first. And I only know because I've got some colleagues who are working as contractors for an Air Force base, and they're probably going to go on furlough. And they don't like that. They still get paid, but they sit at home. And I'm like, I'd like to get paid to just sit at home, do nothing. But the markets don't like the uncertainty, so most likely the markets are going to drop. So, yeah, we did this, Steve. Good question. Good question. We looked at the bit info charts at the largest whale wallets, like the biggest wallets, to determine like what really makes someone a whale. How many Doge would you need to have? And we did this a year ago or so during one of the live streams, and we ended up with anywhere from 20 to 50 million Dogecoin. I was more on the 50 million side. You need to have like 50 million Dogecoin. I do not have 50 million Dogecoin, Miguel. I wish I had 50 million Dogecoin. Even 20 million would be nice. And I don't got that. So, and 20 million, that's really not enough to really move the market, though. That's why I said 50. So that means you're in the top 200 wallets. But most people don't hold all their Dogecoin in one single wallet either. They hold in multiple wallets for safety and security and all that. So it's really hard to tell. There may be more whales out there than we think because they're holding Doge in multiple wallets. So there it is. Oh, they referenced me? Huh. I got it. What did I get a reference on now? Somebody saying what I said or didn't say. Does Bonk have legs, Yeah, it does. Bonk has legs. Visit community. For those that want to visit the community, go on the YouTube app, go to my channel, the KrissPax channel, and click on the visit community button. And you can see, visit the community. We're still in a bull cycle and a bull run. The trend points to another run up for Doge, the analyst remarked. The analyst remarked. I like this. What news story was that in? I can look it up. But yeah, nice. Thank you, Cameron. Whales? We don't need no stinking whales. Yeah, Elliott wave. It just means it goes up and down. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Elliott wave. They just, it's an Elliott wave. It's just up and down. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. Ew, it's subjective. You can make the charts say whatever you want. You really can. Here, let me pull out my fib lines. Let me pull out some fib lines. You think they'll get an agreement the last minute? I don't know. It's looking kind of iffy right now based on the rhetoric coming from the two sides. It's pretty strong. It's pretty strong right now. That may be hard to overcome, but we'll see. Come next Tuesday. Crypto chart analyst Ali Martinez said Dogecoin must hold above 22 cents. Okay, well, that is kind of true. I agree with that. Because I said the same thing this morning without referencing our friend Ali. I said the same exact thing. Doge. Can't listen to Ali. Exactly. Particularly when he does his TD sequential indicator buys. I mean, he totally messes it up. You're a minnow. You're a plankton. If Kriss had 50 million Doge, Pax Cat would live in a shrimp palace. It's all about the shrimps. I know. Yeah, I don't know, Jimmy O, about what really would move, what like one big sale would dump the price of Doge. Doge is so big. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Abe. Love talking about it. Is Robinhood considered a wallet? Yeah, Robinhood is considered a wallet. They have more than one wallet as well. So you go to BitInfo charts, you click here on Dogecoin top 100. And you click on the top 100 there, and you'll see this number one wallet here, the DEG wallet, that has 27 billion Dogecoin. That's Robinhood. That's Robinhood's cold wallet right there. Now you go down to the number 8 wallet, DDUX, that has 1.6 billion Doge. That is also a Robinhood wallet. So these exchanges have multiple wallets, and it's for safety reasons. And they do move the Doge quite frequently, actually. They move quite frequently. for security reasons. 2 years ago, this DEG wallet here didn't exist. If you click on that wallet, you'll see that the Doge came into this wallet in October 2024. Is that right? No, right here. 2023. It was 2 years ago. This wallet did not exist until June of 2023 or May of 2023. So they did a big conversion of Doge from one wallet to another wallet. And you can see it all right here. It's all on the blockchain. So there was another wallet before this that was the big wallet. And if you go in and you scroll all the way down in these transactions, you'll find those big transfers here. And those are the types of transfers that Ali says, oh, whales buying Dogecoin. And I'm like, yeah, no, they're just transferring Doge. That's all it is. But anyway, so that's what that is, these whales. The number 2 wallet is Binance. The number 3 wallet is Upbit. The number 4 is Kriss. The number 6 is Binance. 7 is the Doge Party burned wallet. Then we have the Robinhood. We've got another Binance. We have Gate.io. We've got Bybit. We've got Kraken. Here's another Kraken. BitHum. Crypto.com, Bybit. So you can see most of these really big wallets. There's Gemini's, Gate, OKX, Crypto.com. So they're the exchanges. The exchanges are holding Dogecoin because you guys, and me too, on some of mine, right? You buy on the exchange and you just keep it on the exchange. You never move it off. And so they are holding all of this Doge on your behalf, but they hold it. They have the keys. They're their wallets. So that's how it works. Come on, hold 23, please. Do not fall back down. Your cold wallet is going to arrive today. Mr. Handy Dan, 100 million sheep. No, that's nothing. 100 million sheep is small potatoes. Slow and steady. Agreed. Chuck Schumer is upset. What about now? He's upset that Trump is breathing. I don't know. What's the government shutdown about? Well, the way the U.S. government works, Congress, right? Congress deals with all the money and what it can be spent on. And they have these spending bills, spending packages that have deadlines and dates of which then they have to update, continue, or pass a new spending legislation. And sometimes it gets to that deadline date and there's not a new one in place, or they haven't continued the one that's already in place. And we're getting to that deadline next week. So if Congress doesn't get their act together, by midnight on September 30th, October 1st, government shuts down. That means there's no spending for non-essential personnel in the government, and they all go home. Now, eventually, they all get paid because they're on furlough, what they call furlough, which means that, let's say they're out for a month. Well, then they come back and they get paid for a month's time. So it doesn't save the government any money. Only this time, Trump is threatening to fire a bunch of them. Non-essential personnel, right? Well, if they're non-essential, we'll just fire them. And there's going to be a whole court battle about that. So it's going to be a mess. It's just going to be kind of a mess. And the markets don't like that. So that's what's happening next week. I'm going to swing the bounce with all my Doge. And I don't do advice. The White House says gold reserves may be used to purchase Bitcoin. I did not hear that. The White House hasn't talked about purchasing Bitcoin at all. Not that I've heard. But if I read about it, I'll mention it in my video tomorrow. What to expect when the government shutdown happens? How deep will it go? We looked at the last big government shutdown, December 2018 into January 2019. And Bitcoin went down 20%. So if we look at Bitcoin and we look at 20%, again, because we looked at this from here, let's say it's this price, a 20% drop. Oh, I'm going to have to pull it down a little more. It's about 90K, looks like. Yeah, about 90K. That'd be a big crash, coming all the way back down to this level. 90K. That's where we were in April, end of April for Bitcoin. So that wouldn't be good to revisit that level. So that's the last one we looked at. Hey, thank you, Jade. Glad to have you here. Yep, started early on a Friday. I mentioned that in my morning video. If you guys watched this morning's video, yet another banger, that I may start early on a Friday. And also, I posted it on X here. Posted it on my profile in X to let everybody know, following me on X, like, hey, thank Doge, it's Friday, starting at 3 o'clock. Let's go. Let's go. So this is a nice recovery from the red candle. Let's see if we hold. Trying to barely hold on to 23 cents. Barely holding on. Come on, Doge. Is there another Dogecoin channel that's actually good? Thank you, Turbo. None as good as Kriss. Why do the last weeks seem to drag on, Matt? I know, right? It'll go fast when it starts booming. I guarantee you it'll go fast. We saw that last November. From the election into early December, that went so fast. Well, Dogecoin went from like 11 to 15 to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's like, that was wild. I know the majority of leverage is on the shorts now, Linda. We got some of them earlier. We had some shorts being taken out, but not enough in my opinion. We need to take more. Let's go. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing what happens on Friday here, Linda, before really predicting the weekend. Is this little run that we had today going to hold, or is it going to dump all the way back down? I kind of want to see that play out. Bitcoin's doesn't look too good. The Bitcoin chart looks like it's given up most of the gains for the day, where Doge is still sitting up pretty good. It's just going to dump again. We've seen the trend all week. Thank you, Jeremy. But yes, I mean, Bitcoin is looking that way right now. Bitcoin's like, nope, not going to go up yet. Yeah, it puts a damper on things. Stupid Bitcoin. Nye has moved 90% of his crypto from his wallets to the exchanges, ready to take profits. I tell you, I am still waiting at least till the middle of October before I start looking at something like that. I'm waiting. And how about for Doge? What does a 20% pullback look like for Doge from here? %? That dips below 19 cents. That would be lower than the early August dip. That would be bearish. That would be bearish if Doge went down 20%. 18s. Doge in the 18s. Yeah, so Luca, good question. What percent should I keep in my cold wallet for the next 5 years? Because you only really want to hold on exchanges what you want to sell, for your profit taking. That's all you want on the exchanges. You don't want to hold on exchanges long term. If you've got a wallet, move to the wallet. Everybody's is going to be different. I'm probably going to take maybe 75% for profit and keep 25% in my wallet. Something like that. Just because I still believe 2026 is going to be a bear market. Now, there's many out there that are still calling for extended cycle, super cycle, like all this stuff. But I'm not there. And if I miss out on additional gains, so be it. I've already done very well this cycle. I met my goals. This is all just icing on the cake, whatever profit I get now. But I'm not ready to take that profit yet, particularly as we've been having, this fallback. I want to at least get back up over 30 cents. So, oh, wow. XOYY. So the government shutdown would be October 1st. It would be October 1st. So that's what we're waiting for. Nobody told me lemons are green before they turn yellow. My Corona is ruined. I thought they were lives. Oh, Christian. Yuck. Oh. I wish I had some limes. I'm drinking a Modelo, and a lime would taste really good with the Modelo right now. It would give it that little extra, but no limes. Yeah, I do too. Love the limes. Love it. Alex asks, is it still possible for Doge to get anywhere near its all-time high by the end of the year? Yes. And in fact, I was just quoted in some news article. However, you can also go to my X account and you can see my chart right here. Despite another short-term pullback for Dogecoin, when you zoom out and you look at the last 4 years, nothing has changed, right? Nothing has changed. We're still in a bull cycle, and the trend points to another run up for Doge. And where is my target? Previous all-time high. That's my target. Can it go higher? Sure. You tell me what happens. Is Dogecoin going to be on X as part of X payments or X money? Is Doge going to be accepted as a currency for Tesla, for cars? How about for robo-taxis? How about for the Tesla diner? Give me something, Elon. Come on. Give me something. Then I think we can go higher. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. If Doge gets back over 48 cents, there's going to be some profit taking going. It might be hard to get up to 73. But the chart looks like that should happen. So we'll be watching that. What happened to Trump saying the White House will fire federal employees if the government shuts down? Yep, that's what he said. Non-essential personnel. Non-essential personnel. What does that mean? If non-essential personnel aren't allowed to go to work after Wednesday, then Trump is saying, hey, if they're non-essential, we should just fire them. We don't need them, right? It's going to be a big court battle. It's going to be a mess, right? That's what's going to happen. And nobody else is talking about this. Nobody's talking about this. That's why you guys hang out here. Hey, Kilmar, how you doing? would you look at the new ladder view they have in Robinhood? A new ladder view in Robinhood. I haven't seen that. Let's see. No, I'll do it on Dogecoin. I've got the regular view here. How do I look at a different view? A ladder view. I got a view with the moving average on it. I've got the RSI, but there's nothing about ladders. You can change the moving average to be different numbers. Show the RSI or the MACD. I don't see where the ladder view is. Maybe desktop version, low roller? Maybe. Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, if you just click on the basic Robinhood, you can get this, which gives you moving averages and the RSI, and you can also show the MACD, which is great on Robinhood. They didn't used to have these, so they've got that. You can change the moving average to be whatever time frame you want, and you can click on the MACD, click off the RSI if I want. I could see the MACD. So that's great. Robinhood added that, but I don't see any laddering thing. So I can't answer that right now. Other channels are boring. Pump it, baby. Positivity with a little grain of, yeah, let's watch out for next week. Government shutdown, 80% chance, but it's a Friday, that's still next week. We'll worry about that next week. We worry about that next week. For today, having a Modelo, just kind of hanging out with you all, enjoying a Friday. We can do AMA if you want. I don't mind a Friday AMA. Ask me anything. Anything. We covered food a lot recently. Maybe not so much food this time. Something different. Because it looks like we're not going to have a big change in the price right now. So, yeah. Low roller is the Pokemon advisor for the channel. Exactly. It's a great time to buy Pokemon cards. I would get liquidated in my current Doge leverage if it goes below 19. Let's hope we don't get a 20% pullback then grow. You would not want that. But then I don't support leverage traders. You're gambling. I don't want to lose my Doge, so I'm not doing that. Good morning, Duchess. It's afternoon here. I'm having a beer. The longer it takes, the longer it dips. Right? Because the uncertainty is there. Markets don't like uncertainty. And the uncertainty is there that something, right, is hanging over the market. Is the bull market over? I don't think so, Annika. Again, my charts point to we're not done yet. I got my green box here. And that green box is going to be up. How high up? I don't know, but there's going to be some up. October, November, up. And then we'll see from there. How much taxes do you have to pay for the IRS? Okay, so IRS, that's just the federal side. You also might have state taxes depending on what state you're in, but it depends on how long you held that crypto. Did you hold it for more or less than 1 year? If it's less than 1 year, it's a short-term capital gain. It's at a higher percentage. Over 1 year, it's a long-term, so it's a lower. percentage of tax, but then you have to factor in what's your adjusted gross income, what your tax bracket. I mean, there's all sorts of other things that play into it. It's not just a number, okay? We'll be talking more about crypto taxes in December because that'll be a big deal come December. How would you know if it does become an extended cycle? If in January, the price still goes up. So if the price is still going up in late January, higher than the previous highs, we're in extended cycle. The last time you bought a lime, it had no juice. Oh, it was a dry lime. Dude. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. Jade is looking forward to starting the next 4-year cycle from 2026. Yeah. So I got into crypto in 2021, which would be the equivalent of, a lot of people getting in now in 2025, right before the first huge run in Doge. And I just held. But I learned a lot about what the 4-year cycles were. So by the end of 2022, after the FTX crash, Bitcoin was down at $15,600. I was like, yeah, I'm going all in now. Bottom of the bear market. And that turned out to work pretty well. So. Am I buying a Tesla phone? Last I heard, Elon wasn't interested in it. He said he would only pursue a phone if there was something keeping him from doing what he needed to do on the iPhone or the Android. So I haven't heard that. I tell my friends all about how you're real and that you tell it the way it is. Thank you. I try. I'm still learning things too. And some people say, hey, Kriss, look at this or look at that. And I can change my opinion. So I'm not 100% correct. And I admit that. But I do try and keep it real. And I still think prices are going higher in October and November. Bull cycle's not over yet. Elon is doing very well about not giving hints about X integration for Dogecoin. X money is going to launch and it's going to be fiat only. They've partnered with Visa. It's just not going to have Dogecoin when it launches. I don't know how many times I can tell people that. It's not going to have Dogecoin. All these people saying Doge on X, that isn't even speculation. They're just making shit up. Really. They're just making shit up. I can't say it any clearer than that. And then when it happens, everybody's going to all depressed. Oh, it doesn't have Dogecoin. And I'm just like, it's not going to have Dogecoin. Dogecoin will not be on X money when it launches. It's not going to have it. But hey, that's just what it is. That's what it is. Doge 1, 2026. It looks like it. It looks like it. Sometime in the summer of 2026, there is a targeted Vulcan launch that is being targeted for Doge 1. I'll believe it when I see it. I really will. I don't trust those guys at all. I really don't. It's not SpaceX. SpaceX is great. No, this is Geometric with their third party. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. Doge we trust. Am I seeing my name on a Robinhood article? Robinhood quotes others. It's not really a Robinhood article. It's an article that they point to, right? So am I on the one that's currently on the Doge page now? I didn't see that. Somebody else said I was in an article. News. Motley Fool. Should I buy Dogecoin right now? Stupid. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the Benzinga ones. I'm usually not in a Benzinga article, right? Ali Martinez is in there. Dan Crypto Trades is in there. No, I'm not in that one. No, I'm not in this other one, I don't think. Let's see. There's two. Let's see, Matthew Hyland, that's the Bitcoin part. Nope, I'm not in either of those. I'll look for it later. I'll show it in my video tomorrow morning. Plans for the weekend, New England Patriots game on Sunday. No, not going to the actual game, but gathering together with some friends to watch it. That's always fun. I'm getting a piece of furniture delivered tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Yes, getting a piece of furniture delivered. It's a bench for the entry hall. Just needed a bench for someone to sit on where they take off their shoes or put their shoes back on. Needed that. Pretty quiet weekend this weekend. Supposed to be beautiful here in Boston, though. Question: why did you vote for Kamala? I didn't. How about that? That's my answer. I didn't. And now she's on a book tour for her 107 days book tour. And I'm just like, oh, man. Her political career is over. Over. But hey, I said, ask me anything. There you go. Massive amount of uncertainty when the market is being too frothy. Major problem. It's just the way the markets work. Even the stock market is like that. It's all good, just a matter of time, hoping the government doesn't close for a long time. I hope it's only like for a couple days just to freak some people out, and then they get it together. So they can all do their finger pointing, make themselves sound good, get their sound bites, right? Got to get your sound bites. And then get the thing going. So, you're welcome, Annika. Strength in uncertain times. Nowhere close to over. Big time dip Sunday. Yeah, Sunday night is just... Sunday nights have not been good lately. And I do worry. Again, Sunday night, early Monday morning. I do worry again. Middle end of October, government gets back to work. We start to see movement. Dogecoin ETF, the grayscale one. God, it's not that far away. 3 weeks away. Well, we've got Litecoins next Friday. Litecoin is supposed to be next Friday. We'll see if that happens. The Pokemon cards, low roller. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that. I just buy crypto and furniture. What are my thoughts on the BRICS? Yeah, I think I think Trump sees the danger of the competition of BRICS and is trying to do everything he can to mend relationships, particularly with India. But Russia's long gone now. And China's going to do its thing. So less reliant on the United States dollar. They're trying to do more trade in a different currency, whatever that is, but not the US dollar. And that's what the Trump administration is trying to do, is get the US dollar to be, again, that standard as much as it used to be. So you found one of your Pokemon cards online. It's worth 18 cents. Common card. Yeah. In KrissPax we trust. $1, what year? Hot dog? Again, you tell me what's going to happen. It's going to be based on what I call catalysts. So you tell me what happens in what year with Dogecoin. Could they push the bull run into 2026? That's what Raw Paul is calling for. He's looking at the business cycle, the current business cycle extending into Q2 of 2026. So he's already forecasting an extended cycle into Q2 of 2026. And he thinks that's when you're going to see the highs in crypto. But I don't know. I'm like, but I'll keep some. I'll keep some on the side just in case. Congrats. Thank you, DB. It wasn't a shipping container, actually. It was a local furniture store. And I bought it like 3 weeks ago. And they just say, well, we only deliver once a month. And I'm just like, well, okay. Once a month it is. So I've been waiting. Patience. Just like in crypto, you got to have patience. You can't get upset about these things. It is what it is. It's like, fine, I can wait. But tomorrow we get the bench. What's up, Sunshine? I bought a bench off of Temu. Turned out to be 2 milk crates. Yeah. No, we went to the furniture store, picked it out. Well, I went to the furniture store. My kids are helpless when it comes to these things. I went and I was like, that's a unique piece. I like that. I bought it. Going up to the San Jacinto Mountains. Have a good time. You didn't get the Bing? Yeah, I don't think YouTube notifications are crap lately. I don't know what's going on. Went to the casino last night and bought the bottom on Doge. Right. On a positive note, be unburdened by what has been. Yes. Let's all be unburdened by what has been. But you have to do the arm things. Be unburdened by what has been, right? You got to do the arm thing. Oh, my God. Oh. $20.5 liquidation. That's 20.5 is the next support line. If 22 cents breaks. Then the next support line is 20.5. So you're right there. So if you see the Doge price drop below 22 cents, you need to close out your trade. You need to close it out. I would not leave that open. Take the L, close it, because at least you keep your Doge. Crypto's like Vegas. Place your bets. Yep. Alex, what's your take? Target 30 cents. If this turns out to be an extended cycle in 2026 with Bitcoin heading to 250, then Doge could push to 50. We'll see. Doge moves up very fast, though, Alex. It doesn't take its time. It never does. It moves up fast. Show me what is your asset crypto you buy, I will copy. No, I don't do that. You take responsibility for the cryptos you buy. I'm not joining one of those pattern trading platforms like eToro where you can just copy trade me. Nope, I'm not doing that. I don't want that responsibility of people just following my trades. So you take responsibility. Now I talk about stuff all the time here. So again, not financial advice, but I do talk. You can take some of that as a little grain of wisdom, a little nugget there, and do with it whatever you want. Yeah, follow Nancy Pelosi. But she doesn't trade crypto. But she is an insider on stocks, though. Absolutely. You're welcome, Martin. I would actually be surprised if Doge doesn't hit at least 40 cents. I believe that. Or 50 cents or 70 cents, right? Pick a number, any number. Pick a number. Bitcoin at 109 feels safe. 108, scary. Yeah, but the Bitcoin chart right now is not looking great. This doesn't look great to me. 110 looks safe. Get back over 110. I was feeling good, but then it dropped back down to 109. Not good. I don't like that. I've been in crypto since 2021. I was in red for many years, now green, being patient. There you go, Javier. Very good. That's what it takes. Ride it out. Some of us have to wait longer, right? There was a trader that got arrested for suspected insider trading. It turned out he was just following Nancy Pelosi trades. I didn't hear that. Wow. Oh, that's wild. Hey, Charlotte's in the house. How are you? A bit late, but here. Better late than never. We're enjoying a Friday afternoon. Sun is shining here in Boston. 80 degrees here. Totally unlike yesterday. It was cold and rainy. Today, it's warm and sunny. Just like you had yesterday, right? Well, we had it today. It's pretty nice. Con still has a 104 target value area. We'll see next week whether we start dipping down there. Chat GPT, I will be accumulating at the bottom of the cycle. 2027 could be bottom. Yeah. I'm still thinking Bitcoin will get up near there. Now, my prediction was 180, but there are some other charts that point to 200 to 225. But I'm still in the 180 number. Charlotte on her throne. I know, right? Did you see that? Did you guys see the Queen of Doge? The Queen of Doge. Oh. Hi, Zyman. Bitcoin 107 to 119. Oh, from 119. Doge will drop to 21.5. I think if it goes below 22, then we get 20.5. Why did your tick disappear? Yeah. I am not seeing that you're a member anymore. You're not a member anymore. You've totally dissed me. Could be a YouTube problem, but could also be on your side, Charlotte. Leverage is a scary thing. Be careful, Martin. Don't know who made that picture. Charlotte forgetting to pay her bills. Yep. Hey, Rain's here. How are you? Yeah. Christoph says, sure, Charlotte. We believe you. Yeah, you'll go to your laptop and you'll see, oh, yeah, right. Something happened. It could be a YouTube problem. Charlotte is broke. Time to sell feet pics. Oh my gosh. I'm just waiting for 18-cent Doge to buy again. You might not get that price again. You may not. If Bitcoin breaks 106, confirms that resistance, Doge confirms 23 as resistance, worst case scenario. Yeah, I still think October, November are going to go higher. I still think so. Yeah, keyword there, Kitty Kosh, is if. If Doge goes to 18 cents. Back in 2017, I had that kind of experience. Even if I lost big on margin, the insane 1000x gains kept me in profit. But now I don't risk playing the margin roulette anymore. There you go. Bad day for Charlotte today. She's snapping. Sorry to hear that on a Friday. The Pax Cat pasta salad was a big hit. Awesome to hear, Duchess. Yeah, leverage is a scary thing. Pengu, 10 to 12 cents. I said I was probably going to be selling around 5 or 6. So anything after that would be a blow off top. So I don't know, Stephen. It's a 3x from here. I don't know if we're going to see that kind of big run at this point. I don't know what you're asking, Hot Dog. 2,000? I don't know what you're asking. That just, I don't think you got your number right there. Oh, you retracted it. Got to retype it. I see that. I see every post that's made in the chat. And when you retract them, I still see them on my end. So sorry for putting that up. You're going to retype it. Hey, Brian. It's going great. Chilling on a Friday afternoon. Got a drink. Invite everybody else to have a drink. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. Friday. Thank Doge. It's Friday. Thank Doge. It's Friday. Christoph is getting himself in trouble. I can see that. Love playing with fire. Trouble, I tell you. Trouble. So we're an hour in here, and I started off talking about how the Bitcoin index is still showing more room to run this cycle for Bitcoin. In 2021, it had a run after this dip. In 2017, it had a big run after this dip. Here we are, 2025. Another big run is still in the works. if this plays out. Still in the works. So I'm still a believer in the 4-year cycles despite the chop going on right now. Still a believer. William bought some more Doge, XRP, HBAR, Solana, XLM, Bonk, Hemi. Wow, you're really diversified there. I'm trying to reduce the size of my portfolio. You're just buying more. It's like Christmas time. Woo! Let's go. Hey, Demo, how are you? You rock as well. Thank you. Christoph, always in trouble. 3 cheers for Doge. Love that. Cheers all. Just left your rat hole cubicle. Got my check, ready to buy more Doge. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see, again, we're trying to hold 23 cents here right now. And we have this government shutdown thingy happening. It's still a 80% chance, over 80% chance there's a US government shutdown next week that the markets aren't going to like. The markets aren't going to like that. So be ready with some dry powder for that. It could be lower than it is now. Now my strategy is to buy for 2 years at the bottom of the cycle and sell during the bull. We'll see if that plays out again. That was my strategy 2022, late 2022 into 2023. That's when I was buying. Selling in 2025. And that strategy worked out very well this cycle. So we'll see. We'll see if next cycle that all works again. But it's a good strategy. Wait till the end of 2026, see where things are. Are we getting big dips? Are there more black swans like the FTX, Luna, you name it, right? Something just causing big dips in the market. Then you want to buy it. See how it plays out. I'll still be here. I'm not going anywhere. Once Doge hits $1, I'll make a Doge bourbon special edition. Oh, I like that, Bradley. I would definitely like that. Hey, David, still the king of Bitcoin. Bitcoin? What's that? We talked about Bitcoin yesterday. Today, it's all about Dogecoin. Bitcoin's doing nothing today. Bitcoin sucks today. Bitcoin's... And you know what happens when Bitcoin sucks, right? I mean, Bitcoin dominance sucks. Look at that. Bitcoin dominance falling off the table today. That's right. Today, Kriss is right. Ben is wrong. That's right. Kriss is right. Ben is wrong today. And see how it all plays out. Kriss versus Ben. Kriss versus Ben. Nelson says, I'm waiting to buy after the government shutdown. Let's see what happens, right? There's a good chance. Joke Smoke. Hey, welcome, my friend. Giving out some memberships. Hey, maybe Charlotte got one. Oh, no, Charlotte's is back. Charlotte paid her bills. You paid your bills, or else there's a difference between the phone and the laptop, right? You get on the laptop and you're like, oh yeah, it's green. Something wrong with your phone? Maybe it's because you have an iPhone 11. Joke Smoke, through his generosity, gifted 5 KrissPax memberships to Todd, Colton, Hype, MM, and Jeff Dubb. Congratulations. Dr. MVG, it doesn't work that way. You have to get lucky to get one when they're gifted, or just buy one. Oh. You sold a couple photos of your feet. That's what it takes. That's what it takes to afford a membership. Hey, CDC, how are you? Good afternoon to you. There was a problem with your payment. I think there are two scenarios for crypto. In any case, I'm in profit. Either we move into constant growth or the market will keep following the cycles. Yeah, I mean, a crash in relative terms, right? In Bitcoin, it just keeps getting less and less. They're not 40% pullbacks. This cycle, we had 30% pullbacks. Next cycle, maybe 20% might be the most. So, I mean, but there could still be like a recession, and stock market crash, which would probably tank crypto. I mean, those things can still happen. You think, oh no, we're not going to have a stock market crash. Yeah, that can still happen. I wouldn't rule that out. This is all gambling, right? It's all gambling. How KrissPax remembers I have an old. It's just one of those things, right? I hear these things and pick these things up, and they're just there. Did you throw in Chris's foot as an add-on? It's a secret. I sold a photo of his. You guys. Oh. Yes, MM. Well, you must have been here, because you wouldn't have been gifted a membership if you weren't on the live stream. But anyway, congratulations. You're now a member. Yeah, maybe next time, Brian. Maybe next time. Tech stocks are size of Bitcoin, and they can still crash 40 to 60%. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't think Bitcoin is being considered to be overvalued like a lot of those tech stocks. So, like Nvidia could, if all of a sudden there's a problem with the chip or something else going on, Nvidia could crash hard, right? It's so overvalued. It could crash hard. But Bitcoin wouldn't crash as much as Nvidia in that case. So, who's buying Pengu? The Pengu is so cute. Yeah, I'm not happy with the dip on Pengu. We were enjoying this move up from 2.8 cents up over 3 cents, almost hit 4 cents here, and all the way back down. Not enjoying that. And did you guys see the smelly one, Altcoin? It was like, wow. The pullback on that was huge. All the way down to 56, 55 cents yesterday. I mean, that was a big pullback on Altcoin. But hey, you could have bought Altcoin for 55 cents. It hasn't been that price since April. Since April. All the way back. Doge on the 4-hour chart looking like recovery time. There's my magnet still up here, 30 cents. I'm not moving it. I'm not moving it down. Just moving it over. Getting closer to the green box right there. Chris's green box. We're getting closer. Next week, guys. It's coming. Be the Doge. I like that. There's a third theory. We'll see hypercycles every 50 years. That is a big outlook. I'm still on kind of the 4-year money cycle, which Raul Paul is now extending to a 5th year for this cycle for some reason, calling it a business cycle. Is this a super cycle? Question for the 8 ball. You know, Christoph, that's actually a good question. Magic 8 ball, guys. Here we go. Magic 8 ball. Oh, Charlotte. 8 ball question. Are we in a crypto super cycle for this cycle? Let's see what the Magic 8 ball says. As I see it, yes. As I see it, yes, is what it says. So there you go. Ooh, this could be one of those times that 8 ball's wrong. It's going to be a while before we see that. You still think 105 over the weekend or next week? Again, government shutdown next week. NVIDIA is going to crash when the AI bubble pops. Yeah, I called out NVIDIA particularly because I think the company is totally overvalued. I would not be buying NVIDIA stock. What's the price now of NVIDIA? $178. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying that. Maybe some questions should be left unanswered. Yeah, maybe, Crystal. Oh. Yeah, what happened to Avalanche there, Con, huh? Big sell-off. Look at that. We were up here $35, came all the way to 27. Dump. Dump in AVAX. When someone tells me they know what a price is going to be and it sounds too good to be true, yeah. Eric Trump says Q4 will be unbelievable for crypto. He's been wrong before. Remember back in February, he told everyone to buy ETH, and ETH ended up tanking over the next month. Well, he's not always right. But I still think Q4 is going to be good. But I didn't need Eric Trump to tell me that. All hail the Magic 8 ball. Ask Annie. No, Annie has been shut out. Annie doesn't exist in my life anymore. We broke up. Well, I broke up with her. She may not even know because I haven't turned it back on yet. But I don't want to know. I don't want to know. All hail the Magic 8 ball. Come visit Dubai. I would like to do that someday. I definitely will do that. I wouldn't dare asking. I wouldn't dare asking Annie. Charlotte says I might fly to Dubai. Let's go to Dubai. Come say hi. Hey, Blue Horse, good morning. How is sunny Singapore this morning? I'm just guessing it's sunny. Happy Friday, Toss. Jasmine's been brutal. I know, Austin, right? Jasmine. 1.2 went down to 1.1, 1.17 on the dip yesterday. Yeah. But hey, when things start running, Jasmine will take off. I do believe that. There is no Mrs. Pax, Christoph. Where did you get Annie from? Yeah. Grok. What did Elon and this whole Annie thing was just bizarre. We have different outfits. New outfits. Like who spends their time like coding new outfits for a so-called female AI? I've never leveraged, but was thinking, ooh. I'm not even going there, Blue Horse. I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even tempted to try it. I don't want to do it. If you begin your comment with, I've never leveraged trade, right? Stay away. Because, I mean, liquidations just continue and continue and continue. And it's just like, man, they just continue. And they go after the newbies who go in thinking, oh, yeah, this is safe. I'll do this. Nope. Today was Alpine because that went on a crazy run. Totally overbought. And now it's pulling back and they're taking out all the leverage traders. Just be careful. That's all I say. You've been playing the iShares Russell 2000 ETF. Interesting. Isn't it like an all-time high now? Please not Annie. She's way too easy. Yeah, she's also too annoying. When are we going to be rich? Yeah, we're all pre-rich. Exactly, Charlotte. We're pre-rich right now. Mudang. I don't know Mudang, Kenny. I don't follow it enough to know 50 cents on Mudang. I don't really follow it enough. Which is my Mudang chart? I'll look at HTXs. 15 cents to 50. In May, it went up to 30. Okay, it was 50 back here, December. So that would be the same as like Doge going to 48, right? But Mudang would have to go from 15, which is less than Dogecoin now, all the way up to 50. But yeah, this big run in May, that was something, wasn't it? On Mudang. 3 cents to 30 cents, a 10x right there. That was quite the move. Right. Liquidations are free money for the market makers. Exactly. They hunt them and they get rich. Taking them out. Go leverage some PopCat. Waiting to order food. There's a long line. Where are you, Brian? What are you ordering? We all want to know now. You've opened the door. So we got to know. What are you ordering? You'll add lots of margin. Ugh. Annie, are you okay? Bitcoin, ADA, and Doge. Not a bad 3 to have. You have ADA instead of ETH. So, right. So that's not a bad 3 to have. You need Jasmine to go back to 2.2 cents to get even. Yeah. In January, it was at 3 cents. So it could get back to that level with a big 2-month run, October, November. Big run. What's up, Pepito? Hey, welcome. We're just hanging on a Friday, having a little drink. Having a little drink on a Friday. We want to know what Brian's ordering for dinner. He's in a line. Gotta know. We have to know. Is Jasmine worse than Shiba? Is it? Can I do... Let me see. Can I actually do on this site, let me pick another cryptocurrency. Like SHIB. Let's see if this lets me do it. SHIB. Okay, so there's SHIB. Yeah, this will do it. And Jasmine. Uh-oh. Cops are after me. They don't have Jasmine. Oh, my comparison does not have Jasmine. That's too bad. We can do Doge, though. That we can do. And you know what the answer is. Dogecoin wins every time. On the day. Ooh, SHIB is actually up on the week. Doge on the month. And Doge way, way, way better than SHIB on the year. Because SHIB is actually negative over the last 12 months, while Doge is up 100%. So, yeah, SHIB just doesn't hold a candle to Doge. Brian says $7. Fried chicken, not burgers. Oh, Charlotte, you were wrong. It's fried chicken. Ah. Yeah, but that's all right. Fried chicken's good. I like fried chicken. I know, Russell 2000 all-time high. My retirement account is like, yeah, let's go. I got a big chunk of my 401k plan in Russell 2000. It's like, yes. Yes, let's go. Making money just across the board. It all adds up. It all adds up, my friends. Happy Friday, Joshua. Yeah, I don't know where the cat is. He hasn't made his usual stream appearance yet. Boss Mac is at a fried chicken? What? Fried chicken? What? I saw Zone at like $2.06 or something. Not doing much today. What about SHIB and Bonk? Does it have Bonk? It does. Bonk. For the year, Bonk is better than Sheeb. For the month, Sheeb a little bit better than Bonk. In the week, Bonk has had a bad week. But on the day, Bonk is back up over Sheeb. But yeah, this past week has not been good for Bonk. Getting blown out by Sheeb on the week. WhatsApp? I don't use WhatsApp, Martin. No idea. You read that Doge, D-O-J-E, made the top 5 in first day trading volume. Yeah, but then it just died out. And now nobody's going to talk about it again. So I think that was just first day. And then it just dies out. Nobody talks about it anymore. Kind of what I think is happening. Hey, Justin. Yeah, been quite a week, hadn't it? What a week. That's why we're hanging out on a Friday, having a drink, just chatting. If there's a shutdown next week, it'll be, does 22 cents hold for Doge? That's what we'll be watching next week. Yeah, Zone is dead today. Even pre-market, there was no movement. There was a little bit, but yep, maybe next week. Man, if I had seen that $4 zone, I would have sold. But it was like 5 in the morning, my time. I was not awake. I had no idea. It was $4. I would have sold. Oh. I'll start talking food. You're going to play the ETFs? Good luck. The cops are after my cat. His secret stash of Pop Cat he's got doing something illegal. Oh. I have to remind myself Doge has defied expectations in both bull runs, so why not this time? We wait. We be patient. If that happens, good times. We're hoping for that. All you can do is get yourself in the position, right? The day I stop my diet, I'll have burgers and fried chicken. Get a fried chicken sandwich with mayo-based coleslaw, add a burger patty to it, some melted cheese, fried up. Oh, it does sound good. I hate crypto. It does the opposite of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, there are some days it's like that. And even for me, I mean, nobody was predicting this huge drop on Thursday. Nobody was predicting that. I was predicting next week, but not this week. But hey, we survived it. We're a little lower, right? We're a little lower. Get back up to 24. We need Bitcoin to get back up to 112, and it didn't do it. It's sitting down here at 109. So Bitcoin is not helping us. Not helping us on the short term. Got to get back up to the blue line at 112 so Doge can get up to 24 cents, set a new baseline, and move up from there. No, not WhatsApp. What app is best for options? I don't trade that, Martin. I don't know. I don't know what you have access to. I know Coinbase has some kind of futures thing available now. You have to apply for it. But if you're in the United States, there's not a lot of choices. If you're in another country, you can go to Binance and you can check Binance out. But Binance US doesn't have it if you're in the US. Did my Friday ritual, went to my favorite hole-in-the-wall spot, pulled pork sandwich, honey barbecue sauce, spicy wedges, oh, that sounds good, Adam. I love it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep. My brother runs a barbecue place. He does pulled pork and all sorts of other great barbecue. Good stuff. Good stuff. He just opened it. I haven't been down there yet. He's in Florida. And I haven't been down to see his new restaurant. It's a kind of a restaurant, but yeah. He'd be rich if I was close. Yeah. Yeah. He's got a good thing going, looks like. He sells out just about every day. He sells out. Yeah, he opens at like 11 in the morning, and as soon as everything's sold that he had cooking, and he sells out. Ground beef tacos. That's a good problem. Yeah. It's a good problem to have. I don't know what he's doing in terms of how the quantity each day. I mean, I'm sure he's like watching like which days of the week, are better than others, and he adjusts how much he cooks, like all that stuff. But yeah. Good stuff. Go eat a baby carrot. Christoph, you are getting yourself in trouble. Trouble, man. You need a virtual bite of that? He's got a guy that helps him do social media posts, and man, that stuff looks so good. Oh, can you make money from Dogecoin? Yes, you buy low and you sell high. You're making money. Oh, thank you, Monty. Hey, he's doing his thing, right? This is like his 5th career or something, but he's enjoying it. The barbecue talk is making me want to throw some ribs. Yeah. Woo. So I did just get the official notification that on Monday morning, I am going to be a featured speaker on X in a Spaces. I'm going to be a featured speaker on X. We're going to be with KuCoin and ElphaPex. We're going to talk about Dogecoin mining, because KuCoin is got their new Ku mining thing they're doing, and ElphaPex wants to hear from me what I'm excited about, because I don't have my miner yet, but it's going to be here any day now, to talk about Dogecoin and why I, as just a humble user, right? Nobody, but why I think that mining Dogecoin is a good thing. And they've asked me to be a speaker. So 10 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time, I will post on my channel tonight the, I guess they've made a graphic or something to promote the X space. So I will share that tonight on my X channel. And then on 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and I'm told that they are going to do a giveaway for somebody attending the space chat. They're going to give away a Dogecoin miner. Yes, guys, they're going to give away a Dogecoin miner, a DG1 home miner. They're going to do a giveaway during that X Spaces. So that's 10 o'clock in the morning East Coast time on Monday. So that'll be exciting. Maybe one of you guys will be in there in the chat, listening in, and get yourselves a free Doge one. That would be awesome if one of you guys get it. Anyway, I'll be posting that on X. I just got the message on that. It's live. It's official. Woo! All right, Martin. See you. See you. He should accept Dogecoin. Yeah, I don't think he's into the crypto thing. Is 1K enough to make money from Doge? Well, yeah, you can make some money. 1,000 now, though, at this point, if Dogecoin doubles in price, right, from 23 to 46, and you invest $1,000 now, you could possibly double that, and then you'd have 2,000. That is probably a more realistic view, not 10x from here, of trying to get $10,000. That would not be realistic at this point. You never know. Doge can go crazy, but I know it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. YouTube needs to step it up and do FaceTime chat messages. Huh. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Monday morning. You're having the leftovers of the Pax Cat pasta salad. Is it good on day 2? Can I make the price go up on Monday? Oh. See a blue horse. Yeah, Aussie. I mean, some of those spaces, I just can't do many of them. Just listening in, I want to hear some good talk, and these people just go ranting and raving about stuff that just, ugh. If you won a miner, you wouldn't be able to plug it in anywhere. Oh. Is 3x Doge too optimistic? No. That gets us to 69 cents, right? 69-cent Dogecoin. That's a good target. Will we make it? That would be great to see. But 69, it's got kind of a ring to it. 69. I mean, I sold some last December at 42.069 for the fun of it. 42.069. But 69-cent Dogecoin, that'd be iconic, right? That'd be cool. 69-cent Doge. You'll be happy with $1? Doge to $1? Well, that's the big saying, but I'm not waiting for it this cycle. I'm not waiting for it. Yeah, even better, 69,420. Here you go. That's the big target price right there, Nick. That's the big target. 69,420. 69,420. What else going on, guys? Anything? We're just waiting now. Doge is like sitting here 23 cents. Bitcoin is just not doing a lot. Not doing a lot right now. Just going to look at Aster again. Oh, it just revisited its previous all-time high at 215. It got up to about 244. The other big mover was XPL. Yeah, it's quieting down up here, $1.20, after the huge run it had. And then what was the other one we were looking at? Alpine. This is the crazy one for today. What's the Alpine? Hello. 80%. How does a crypto just like it's been going sideways, doing nothing all month? All month, just sideways. And then it just doubles in price all of a sudden like that. Yeah, it looks like it's selling off now. Earlier today, 420. Alpine. Probably getting really heavily shorted. Alpine. I made $1 million off of Doge, and I made another $1 million off my other cryptos. The bank. Yes. It was a good bull cycle for me. Now, I was buying a lot of Doge at 5 and 6 cents. So you buy a lot of Doge at 5 and 6 cents and you sell it at 40 and 30 cents. You're making a big profit. And that's how I played this cycle. What's happening this weekend? Yeah, I mean, this Bitcoin is not looking like it's really doing much. So if Bitcoin is just going to kind of go side, we may just end up with a sideways Saturday here, Justin. We may just continue this kind of up and down sideways thing. Volume will tick down, and we're just going to be in this range, 109, 110. Petruchio, yeah, we talked about Pengu earlier. So 5 to 6 cents is realistic. 8 to 10 cents would be on the high side, in my opinion. From here. And that's for the next 2 months. Coordinated buying by people in some private group, pumping it and then selling it once the other people FOMO into it. God, there was a lot of that going on in 2021, I remember. Early 2021, there were these groups that would just pick out some low market cap crypto and then just start buying the crap out of it. And then as soon as the FOMO kicked in, there was all sorts of other buying, then they'd start selling. And they were doing that like once a week, like late at night. $69,420. What is Crow doing? Crow has been pretty lame. Pretty lame on the Crow chart. This is not good. All the way down below 20 cents. So that whole relationship between crypto.com and Trump, it just has sold off since then. So that's bad. Yeah, but it'll go on a run next 2 months, I believe. We get all alt season happening. Crow will go up. Do the market makers randomly pick a crypto? No. The market makers look for something with huge leverage, either on the short side or the long side. That's what they look for, is with the leverage. Where is the trading? And they go for that. That's what the market makers do. TikTok. Can you believe that? TikTok. Well, it was that or ban it. And I don't think Trump wanted to ban it. He wanted to make money. So no Doge party this cycle. Well, you need to get with Elon, Charlotte. You need to get with Elon and tell him that he needs to use Dogecoin. And once you do that, then we can have our party. All right? So go talk to Elon. It ain't over when you zoom out. Exactly. The sideways Saturday. I know. The sideways Saturday. I think 21 Pilots had a song a few years ago called Saturday. Remember that? Saturday, Saturday. Check out SQD. SQD. What am I getting into? Subsquid. Subsquid up 98% today. Here's another one. Just kind of drifting around, and then all of a sudden, boom. It's dropping hard, though. From its peak, it's already down 30%. Ugh. Be careful with stuff like this. It's already down 30% from its peak. Somebody bought up there, and they're hurting now. Be careful. Oh, Sergeant Squid, yeah. Do you have anything to do with that? You're trying, Charlotte. He's still playing games. You're trying. Yeah, work your magic. Come on. Oh. They pay people to man the message board, driving the price down while slowly buying in, and then they drop the floor, pump it. Yep, there's money to be made. Everyone expects a slow weekend, and that's when Doge rockets. Yeah, Doge could be up. Bitcoin, I'm not expecting to move. I'm expecting Bitcoin, the Bollinger Bands will tighten down, volume will go down, and it'll just be sideways. That's my guess. And we can look at this tomorrow. But so there's the Bollinger Bands. And so these are going to tighten up tomorrow, and they'll just be flat. Just be really flat. That's what I think is going to happen tomorrow. On Bitcoin. Now, Doge's could still, yeah, Doge has a nice wide Bollinger Band. It'll tighten up some, but that's just because Doge went up 4% today while Bitcoin just went sideways. So Bitcoin's not helping us right now. You have the right to be silent. You've got nothing to do with it. Subsquid. When moon? October 20th. October 20th. Elon shared on X a secret message. Ooh. About Doge at 12 cents. Nice. Yeah, we just looked at Pengu, Josh. Not with the Bollinger Bands on them. Yeah, so, I mean, get back up to 4 cents first. That's where it was mid-September. And then we'll see from there. That's why I'm saying like 5 to 6 cents. That's a big move. All these people saying 10 cents, 20 cent Pengu. I'm just like, not at this point. It already went on a huge run earlier in the year. We had this big run here. Went from 1 cent to 3 cents, right? That's a 200% move right there. And now it's just been bouncing around, but it's been having these series of little bit lower dips, and that's not good. I mean, this is the support line here on Pengu from the beginning of August, and it's down. See that? Pengu has been doing lower lows for 2 months. That's not good. Dogecoins has been going up. So that's the difference. So Pengu has a lot to overcome to start moving up. Hey, Daniel. I have a feeling market is going to bounce hard to the upside. There will be an agreement for the government shutdown. It probably Tuesday night or Wednesday. What date is it? Wednesday night? I should know this. No, Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night, the 30th. That's when Congress should have a late night session and solve everything. We need to lick Elon's boots. Can someone get a job at Tesla, SpaceX, and get in Elon's ear? Let's make it happen. And that's what I say about Elon, right? He's the wild card in all of this. One tweet from Elon, it's all it would take. Just one tweet. And we go. Yep, we'll wake up Wednesday morning and we'll know government shutdown or not. And what's this I hear, Charlotte, about digital IDs in the UK? You guys really have to do that? Is that, or is that something that has to go to vote? Digital IDs. That didn't sound good. I saw some Keir Starmer video on that, and I was just like, what? Yeah, Squid, the Google-SWE partnership. It's true for Google's agent payments protocol. Yeah, so what happened with SWE then? Nothing, right? You get good news like that, and it's got the same chart as Dogecoin, just about. It's almost exactly the same as Dogecoin. Look at that. Look at Dogecoin's chart, and then look at SWE's chart. It's identical. No vote needed. Making you angry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's to help control immigration, but yet at the same time, doesn't it kind of suppress the overall population? Don't like it. They'll take my crypto next. Those guys. I heard someone saying online today that was like the next step towards communism. Still have faith, no government shutdown. You're predicting no government shutdown. I am not. I do not have confidence in that. We had the pinger go off. ETH, $973,000 trade on ETH just got wiped out on OKX. 39.87. How did it drop? No, it's still at 4,000. They dropped it to 39.87 to wipe out a trade, and the price isn't even there. I would not be doing any leverage trading on OKX with any decent amount of money. Man, 39.87. Of course, that was a fool for that, whoever that was, to make that trade, but they just got poked. Good night, RR. It only pumped 4% that day. I know, right? But SWI's good. Overall, SWI's a great project. If there was a third coin I would hold, it would be SWI after Bitcoin and Doge. I know. I remember that, DB, right? I was called an Elon bootlicker because we were talking about SpaceX rocket launches. And I was just like, what? What? Oh my gosh. It's never meant to solve the problem they claim it will solve. I saw another video today of the police in some guy's house asking for his phone because he like retweeted some post or forwarded something on Facebook, something like that. It's just like, really? They're going after him for a retweet? Be careful, Charlotte. Be careful. Elon blasted off the last bull run with his tweet regarding Tesla. Oh, yeah. I remember that. We're no longer going to accept Bitcoin as payments because it uses too much energy. Could have moved to Boston. Yeah, come on. Come on over. Oh, happy Friday. I don't trust the government. Neither do I. We don't have digital IDs being talked about yet. Oh. We don't need the government to shut down, just the politicians to shut up. Oh. I mean, these videos are just crazy. The two girl police that came to this house and asked this mother to get her daughter's phone because of something that she posted online. You know, this like teenage kid. It's like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing? Starting to feel like 1984. I know, right? They'll come after me because I'm breathing too much air. Can you send Bitcoin to your digital ID? Right. I don't think you want anything associated with the digital ID. You want to, basically what you want to do is you want to move all your crypto to wallets, and then I don't know how you memorize the seed phrase, but you don't have any evidence of it anywhere. And that's the only way you're going to be able to keep your crypto wealth. It's the only way. I mean, ESA says, like, just memorize it, right? But some of us don't have the best memories. But yeah, you can carry your wealth with you in your mind, right? If you have your seed phrase memorized. And then it doesn't matter because you can always recreate your wallet on another device. You don't actually even need the hardware device for your wealth storage, right? Because if you lose that, you just get another one and you recreate your wallet. As long as you have the seed phrase. So that's when she says, so like it's in your head, that means you memorize your seed phrase. But I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust my memory. But yeah, if somebody wanted to break into my house and figure out how much crypto I have, they'd have to do a lot of searching, though, because it's not easy to find. I will tell you that. Not easy to find where I have the seed phrases, but I have them written down. But they might not actually be able to find it. I just have to maintain enough mental clarity so that I remember where it is, right? You saw that video too? Isn't that crazy? I was just like, what is going on? And now there are all sorts of memes like all over X about, you know, these two women, UK police. It's just like, oh. Happy Friday music. Almost October. We're getting close. Happy Friday, Merchik. I think you got to read the book, DB, to really get the full story. You read the book. I don't think the movie quite did the book justice. But if you just want to take 2 hours, fine. Like, watch the movie. But take a couple days and read the book, and you're like, whoa. Right. If I pass away, my family will be hosed. Yes. But there could be a trail that my family knows about, that I've told them about. So they know. The benefit of the cold wallet. How much do you trust the exchange you trade on? That's the number one benefit. How much do you trust them? We're living it. Yeah, you don't have to watch the movie. Just look around. What's going on? Yeah, what is this thing you call a book? Book? That's like people ask me, like, hey, what's a good book to read about crypto? And I'm like, book? Wait, you want a book to read about crypto? By the time they print it, it's already outdated. As long as you don't get Alzheimer's. That's exactly what I was saying, right? And as long as I don't lose my faculties up there. But my kids have what's called the path, right? They have a path. I've given them enough information. News in 10 years. Boston man loses $2 million Doge fortune after forgetting the clues to his seed phrase. Luckily, though, it's in the house now. So I don't have that much. I've got a lot still, but not like I had before. And it's this physical house thing now. That's where the profits went. My seed phrase. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh. What do I make of the flush? It was all liquidations, market maker liquidations. I think we've seen the bottom. 22-cent Doge, strong support. I talked about that in my video this morning, Squid. You got to watch that video this morning. That was a good one, another good one. But I was talking about the bottoms, was looking at the charts and said, look, 22 cents. And if it breaks 22, then 20.5. is the next support for Doge. And if that breaks, yikes. We don't want to do that. I usually go movie first and then the book. It makes me less angry about what the movie leaves out that way. And also then explains to you what was actually happening in the movie, because some of it just goes right over your head. It's just like, what? And then you read the book and you're like, oh, that's what that was about. Oh, okay. And then this other important character shows up that wasn't in the movie, and you're like, wait, they weren't in the movie. Happens all the time. I vote for Kriss and Pax to go undercover at Tesla, insert the Doge bullishness virus into their systems. All Teslas will play all eyes on Doge. I like that, Aussie. That's good. I like that. I don't trust my brain to store those words. Yeah, I don't either. There's no way. I remember a lot of stuff when I was younger, but the new stuff just doesn't stay as much. So I got to write stuff down. That's probably true, David. There are some in history say that he was perhaps our worst president, but there are others that may take that crown. Don't want to get into all the politics, though. I can't wait for the day I look at my house and say Dogecoin. Exactly, right? I do say that. It's like, yep. If it wasn't for Doge, I would not be here. I would not be here. You fell asleep with chicken in your hand. Wow. Good night, Charlotte. Yeah, it's like, I mean, what do you want to do, right? What do you want to do? Yeah, David, I think we're getting that solved, but I think it's a short-term thing. And for that to maintain, you'd have to have a Republican administration in 2028 to continue. Otherwise, everything will just get reversed, and that would be bad. That would be bad. All right, gang. Hey, that's what we've got. 23-cent Doge. We're holding on to 23, but I'll be live again on Saturday. We will check in on where we are. Yeah, on Binance, Squid, I agree. Don't trust them. I wouldn't trust them. So, yep, we'll be live tomorrow. Check in, see how things are going. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Friday night, or if it's already Saturday where you are, happy Saturday. And we'll see where Doge is. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.